Welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is about being authentically you and how it's the highest frequency to be on. I was at a very young age, a very outgoing, very vibrant individual. I was not very shy. I feel like I was very outgoing and very but a calm personality. And I think I had a certain weirdness about me that I didn't really care about showing to people. But then as I got older, people started to make me feel like that was not how I should be. And it was little incidents. It was like showing up at the soccer field as a young kid and being told, why are you wearing those fancy clothes? Now, I love those fancy clothes. I thought they looked good. But once I heard that, then it made me, rethink, oh, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't wear this. And then it was little things that started I think a lot of it had to do with my clothes too. Because there was a time too when it was one of actually my best friends. And when I was older, and she would always say, why do you have to wear that bright pink jacket? I loved that bright pink jacket. Loved it. But of course, I hear these things that people say to me, and then it makes me feel like I shouldn't be that type of person. I feel like I was such a weird individual, but it was me, and it was so authentic. And then as I grew up, people kept, don't act like this, don't dress like that, don't be like that, you're this, you're that. And they kept telling me of who I was. And then throughout the years, that's who I started becoming like them, right? Or who they wanted me to be, which wasn't me. When you do that and it just takes you so far away from yourself, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And the funny thing is about all of this, this is the beautiful thing about it all. Because at this moment right now, I am exactly who I want to be. I do not listen to anybody when they tell me that I should do this or do that anymore. Because it's my decision, it's my life. I'm an adult. I don't have to conform to anybody. But not only that, I actually am the same person, I feel, as I was as a child before everybody told me, so many people told me not to be like that, And it was even close people too, saying oh, you're a dreamer, that'll never happen. It was life, as you grow up and stuff, life will, people try to take that from you, take yourself from you. And now I'm at that age where I don't have to allow it anymore because I'm in my own little world now. And I love it. It's like hanging out with my best friend every day, which is myself. And I'm just so authentically me. And by doing that, you attract people who are like you, who fit with you. And that's the best way, because those are actual, you don't have to be anything more to be with these people, because they love you for who you are. That's why they're there. That's why they're in your life, because they see you for who you are and they love it. And that's why they want to be there. Instead of being surrounded around people who want you to be something else. I tried that and it was exhausting. So I went through this phase with a group of friends, and they started putting this thick eyeliner on my eyes. I bought $300 extensions, which, by the way, I worked at a job that didn't pay a lot of money. This was when I was 18, 19, I think. So those extensions was my whole paycheck. But I was they didn't know that. And I had to act like I could afford it so I can impress these people. And it's so funny because I actually ended up giving those extensions to my bird that I had, and the bird would make a nest in it. So that was kind of funny. But it was it was exhausting to have to be a certain way for these people to impress them. And I did it so much in so many groups. I just tried so hard to be like everybody else and to just fit in. And it makes sense. You know what? We all want to do is fit in. We just want to belong to someone, with people. We want a group. We want to connect in that way. But that was not the way to do it, because the people that I were meeting at that time were people that were attracted to a version of me that was not actually me. It was not authentically me. And then it got worse even as we started partying, because it was now it's a friendship off of partying. And there were so many moments where I just didn't, It felt like I was always the one being taken. People were always taken from me, taking everything. It was me always driving. It was me always doing this. It was always me. And that was really hard. Like, I used to like pitch in for alcohol too, and I would never even drink it all. Like, it was never a fair share. Like, I wouldn't even drink the alcohol, but I'm paying for it. So I'm constantly being taken, parts of me are taken from these people. And obviously, why wouldn't they take? I'm giving it. Like, I'm not putting up a fight. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'll do it. I'll drive you around. I'll drive all the time. Like, it was things like that. And it was because I just wanted to, like, yeah, I'll do it. It's people pleasing. Like, I'm going to do it so that you're my friend. And that is just not the way to do it. You need to be authentically you so you get the right people in your life. Because when you have the right people in your life, you don't have to show up as anything else but yourself. And there were some beautiful friendships, though, in those groups of people. I would never speak badly of them. I think we were all very young and we were all learning of who we were. And that's how these things occur, right? Because we're all just trying to belong. We're all just trying to connect. And this is how we knew how to do it. For me, when you're a people pleaser, you do not have boundaries. And then you give and you keep giving, and people will keep taking because you keep giving it. You're not putting up a stink about it, right? So why wouldn't they take it? But then it was like, I wrote a letter to myself, and it was like, I still have the letter. And it was like, I think 12 points of like who you were before the world got to you. And like, it was a list of all these different things. Like, you didn't smoke, you thought it was gross. Because there was a time where I was very much against it. You didn't swear. Like, the way I was speaking was different. The way I was dressing, that actually a group of friends would be like, why are you dressing like that? Because they notice these changes in me that they knew was not me. But now when and that's the hard part when you're like growing up and you're going through your like, young phase and then your teenage phase. It's like big mess sometimes. Especially when you don't have you rely heavily on your friends because you don't have that support anywhere else. So your friends and you are kind of guiding each other and nobody knows what they're doing. This is what happens. But then as I got older, I feel like no matter how far away you go from yourself, there's always parts of you that will try to pull you back, that are like, you know what? No, this isn't right. And it's like the self-abandonment. I feel it too. If I do something that I know that's not for my future self, I feel abandonment from myself. And that's my doing because I made a choice that was not reflective of who I am. And you start to get in tune with that. And you know that. And you know that was not a choice, that was not in line with you. And then you start to become more yourself and you start learning. But that's the thing, you don't know. I didn't know who I was until I got to probably my 30s. And that's when it kind of was like, wait 1 second. Because I feel like I was just being the person that I thought I had to be because of the story I was so attached to, that this is how my life should be. This is who I should be. When really you don't have to be. You don't have to. You just be what feels good. Wear that bright pink jacket. Speak the way that is comfortable with you. If you don't like something, say it. Say, that actually does not work for me. Set boundaries. Set boundaries with yourself. That no, I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I'm sorry, I'm not available for those plans because I'm tired. You don't even have to give a reason. It's things like that bring you back to who you are and what you need. And that stops you from abandoning yourself. And being authentic is the highest frequency to be on because that is just everything will reflect in your external world and you'll get everything that's aligned for you. And it's a beautiful thing, and you get what's meant for you. And it comes to you in just such beautiful ways that you're in life, you start, I never felt this way before, where I felt this energy and this surge of happiness and joy, and I feel it in my chest, and it's alignment because I am who I am, and I'm not afraid to be that person. I'm not, I'm on here now doing this YouTube channel. Honestly, me 5 years ago would have been well, I care so much about what people think, I would never do that. Me now is I don't really care. I'd rather embarrass myself, go out there, say what I need to say, be who I need to be, embarrass myself because maybe somebody doesn't think that that's the way they would do it, then shrink myself into this little box of who everybody thinks I should be. The only person that matters the only person I care about what they think is myself. At the end of the day, it's only me. And it's only, did I do today the way I wanted it to be? Did I make choices that made me feel comfortable, that made me feel like me? Because when you get into that energy and you're there, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter. Friends don't want to be your friend? That's okay. Something else is coming. Something more meant for me. Because I am truly myself. And if you're not going to stick around for that, then you are not meant for me. That means you do not align with me authentically. That means you got to go. And the universe will take you out. And it's so many things. Jobs. You get fired from a job, that's okay. It wasn't for me. It doesn't fit me. There's something better coming along. It doesn't align with me. And that's the thing, is when you're authentic and you are you. There was like a little book. There was a book I used to read to my kids, and it was like the you-ness. When you are the you-ness, the you of you. Those things don't matter. Like, because you know something better is coming along, something that will be more for you, more fitting. And a lot of times the thing that comes is more something that you're passionate about, something that you enjoy, like something that makes you happy and want to wake up every day. That's why it's so important. And it's so hard to not get lost in the thoughts and the ideas of everyone else. Like, a lot of the times people, they choose careers and they choose a life because their parents want it for them. At the end of the day, you're the one living it. Like, your parents aren't living it. You got to wake up every minute, every second and live that life, not them. So don't let them choose it. You decide. You decide. Go be weird. Go wear your pink bright jacket. Who cares? Don't dull yourself because other people are uncomfortable with it. Make them very uncomfortable. I've learned that. Like, I'm just going to wreak havoc all over the place and just be like weird and uncomfortable and strange, because that's who I am. And if someone finds it like that, then they're not aligned for me. Honestly, the amazing thing too about it is a lot of times you'll meet people who are like, that is like my favorite quality of you, is how this personality. I love that you're weird like that. And you know what? You're going to find so many people who are weird like you too, because you're authentically you and they're authentically them. And then together you just are very authentic, and no one's taking nothing, because you don't have to be anything but yourself, and you just have to show up as yourself, and you just give and give to each other, and everyone's cups are overflowing with giving and nobody's taking. It's beautiful. And that's what you need to do. And that's how you live life, because you have one life. Do not live it trying to be someone else. Do not live it trying to dress like other people, to talk like other people, to just be you. And beautiful, amazing things will happen. And your whole reality will just be a reflection of you. And it'll be beautiful. And you'll feel like you're at home every day and you're with your best friend. And it'll be amazing. I promise you.